Hey, hey, hey. So we are live again. Going to be continuing with my Star Weavers. Ooh, if I don't drop everything. Painting. Say hello if you're there. I'm just going to paint and wait until somebody is around. Continuing on my Sky Weavers as usual. Still got to get these 4 up to standard. It is taking a long time, but I really like the models. I think they are gorgeous. See guys, I told you I would be back this week, and I am back. Hope you enjoyed the content this week. Still got lots more to do, lots more to plan. But I'll be taking a break for the next couple of weeks because I'm on holiday. How about you? How's your week been? What have you been doing in the hobby? Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, you're just voyeuristically watching me do something off the screen. Problem with the scheme that I've chosen is that I don't actually have that light bone color. Maybe you guys can help me work out which paint would be best for that. Just like a single paint that I can use to layer the whole thing up. Because at the moment, it does feel like I'm doing quite a lot of work for an effect that I feel like could be made by one paint. Also slowly running out of white, which means I can't do this for much longer. Not until I buy some more. And I'm also completely repainting all my masks because I didn't like the white so much, or at least my white. I didn't think it was like, neat enough. I didn't think it popped in the way I wanted it to. So now I'm doing all of my masks in silver with like bronze trimming, which, yeah, I prefer it. I like the effect a bit more. It just looks a little bit more, like, I don't know, has something. And they look a bit sinister, a little bit like the Immortals in 300. So I quite like that effect. And I'm also just indecisive. So I paint something and then I'm like, no, I don't like that. And then I paint it differently and then, keep going until I'm actually happy with it. Done a few areas where I've repainted it. But starting to be happy with the scheme, finally. Had a few games this week, which were nice. Played that same Imperial Guard list that I was talking about last time with a few tweaks. It did not go well. So I got shot off the board, annihilated, turn 2. Didn't quite work the way I expected it or wanted it to, but Noah does have a very strong list. It made me realize how important like the deployment type is, because it was the long ways deployment, whatever it's called, which meant there was a whole other turn that I had to be shot at before I actually got in combat, which meant that I was dead turn 2. So not the best game. And then I filmed that battle report that I put up yesterday with Bryce and his orcs. And that was fun. It was over a bit too quickly the other way around. So I don't know, I got it turn 2, but it was a short game. It's just 1,000 points, so it's kind of to be expected. I do feel like if you added a few more of the vehicles, like made squadrons of them, that might be a bit more effective, or just more boys maybe, but we were playing with what we had painted. And he's got very, very nicely painted orc army, so it was fun. That's what it's all about. How are you guys enjoying your Sunday? Let me know. So I'll be off to New York and DC for the week, which will be nice. Go and see those cities that I've never seen before. Check out some museums and generally try and have a nice time out there. I think it will be good. So important to thin down your paints even more when you've already got a layer on there. Otherwise, you lose way too much detail. But I'm sure you guys know that, if you even know what I'm talking about. If you don't, maybe you're on the wrong channel. yeah, really enjoyed my time in the US, but I am in some ways kind of looking forward to going back to England, getting myself up and running, get on that tournament scene out there, because it is pretty good, particularly in London. Get to go and see Rob. Already organised a game. Should be fun against his Custodes. I'm trying out a new list, another new list. I keep wanting to change it, despite the fact that I've enjoyed the one that I've been running, which I think is quite strong competitively. There is another list that I'm thinking about, which I think might be even better, that addresses some of the problems that I've been having in my games. But yeah, it was a big week interviewing Scary. That was really fun. Really enjoyed that chat, and then getting some games in, like talking hobby with some people. It's been good, but particularly nice meeting Scary face to face. I've been following his channel for like 6 years. Um, so yeah, I mean face to face, Skype, but you know what I mean. It's nice when you like actually sort of have direct contact to someone you feel like you've known for a while, just simply because you're involved in their channel, and you get talking like over Facebook or whatever else, or on Twitch, and actually sort of having a one-on-one chat was really nice. Hopefully we'll get to do it again. Of course, I hope that you guys enjoyed it too. quiet stream today. Last week was much busier. Okay. Apparently there's a new white dwarf model. Haven't seen that yet. It's like an AdMech white dwarf. Bizarre. So have you guys got any projects you're working on at the moment? Anyone got any new things? Bought something this week, for example? Or has life been getting in the way of your hobby time? Worst two paints to run out of are white and black. That's exactly what's happening here. Need to go and restock. Oh yes, the dwarf himself. What is that? It's bizarre. Weirdest thing I've seen in a while coming out of Games Workshop. If you have any questions, feel free to write into that live chat box. Otherwise, it's just me streaming by myself, sitting around and putting paint on it, as Scary would say. Or just putting paint on it. Always so tempted to like cheat on the bottom of the model and just not bother because you never see it on the tabletop, but I'm not going to do that. I will paint it all. And for those of you who want to share your stuff and your thoughts on the hobby, I have set up a Facebook group now. So for those who want to have a chat with some of the other players who are also watching the channel, we've got a few people there. Still small at the moment, but I am a small channel, so that makes sense. And I quite like that as well. I like having you guys as a community who I can sort of talk to. I can spend time like chatting to you all and trying to do the things that you guys want to see, because otherwise there's not much point in doing any of this. Oh my god. Ugh. Yeah, okay. Don't know if you find this, but I find like when I've got a list for too long, I just want to change it out of principle. I don't know why. There's just a part of me that kind of just goes, you know what, this might be working, but I want to change stuff. It's not exactly what I want to do. And then that's what I do. I end up writing about 100 different lists until I'm happy and going over them with friends of mine. What else needs doing? Lots. So that's that. Long way off before I can actually put the diamonds on. That's what I always do last. Diamonds. Like most people, I think. Okay. But yeah, in the new list as well, I have less spikes, which is actually quite nice painting wise, because they do take time. They do take a lot of time. I'm in awe of people who get like 18 bikes done. It's a good standard pretty quickly. Been looking at Tom, like one of the guys in the Facebook group, both for Harlequins and for the channel. He's been painting his bikes, and they are so beautiful. They're really, really nice, but I can't imagine the amount of time, effort that goes into just getting like what I think 5 of them he's got at the moment, 6 of them that he's working on done, and then doing that times 3 would be a little bit much, I think. Okay. Love all the weird little details that you have on these guys, like the sort of, I don't know, metal bits coming out of the packs, and obviously like the random like tags and the little bits of metal and all sorts of stuff. Really cool models. But I'm not the best painter. I'm perfectly happy to admit that. That's why I do the showcase. I can show people's models that are much better than mine. Very quiet stream today. So yeah, we've been discussing, like in the group, we've been discussing some of the differences, like after chapter approved, what like people have been finding useful or interesting, or like new stuff, new builds, new ideas that everyone's been having. And it's why like I've started thinking about how I'm going to do my list as well. I found that I just don't have enough CP in my current list. And I also like for my Dark Eldar, I found that I really like MSU lists, like lots and lots of small units nipping around, like gaining board control, where I don't really mind so much when they die, because they're just part of like the bigger whole. And it's like, okay, you killed 1 transport, well done, or you killed like 5 troops, well done. And then you've still got loads and loads to go. And I kind of feel like I want to start playing my Harlequins in the same way like lots of smaller units rather than like pumping points into just like big bike squads and that sort of thing. So I feel like if you can spread your target saturation, if you can like add loads and loads of different targets where people don't know necessarily like what to aim for, then that can really help. You know, it makes it more difficult for your opponent to work out exactly where the threat is. And so I'm trying to think about how I could do that with the Harlequins in the best possible way. And I think it would be through a brigade, which I've been thinking about even since before the chapter approved. Like I've often sort of lent on that idea as maybe something that might be good. The difficulty with it is obviously that you lose mask forms, like you only have a one mask, or I've even considered maybe just doing a mixed attachment so that I can make use of all the stratagems. But I think I'd probably go for Dreaming Shadow, just pure Dreaming Shadow Brigade with Void Weavers and Sky Weavers and transports and a couple of deep striking units with like some Neuro Disruptors for that anti-marine shooting. I don't know, I feel like it could do well in today's meta. And having played my current list for a while, I suppose, like I've done about what, good 12 to 15 games with them. I'm starting to think that I kind of want to mix it up a bit. Like, I'm happy with it. It does perform well, but it's not like tournament winning unless I really seriously practice it. Just because there are too many things that can counter it, and it's too reliant on first turn. That's the other thing. I need to get first turn because otherwise I get shot off the board way too quickly. And you know, with stuff like Tau or Guard, Harlequins can survive one round of shooting from them, but not two. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm going with that. And also with that brigade, you kind of force people to split their fire because they want to get things like Butcher's Bill, which, yeah, is still definitely definitely an easier one to get against me, but it does reduce things like gangbusters and a couple of other things. And like, it's meant to be focused not so much on just killing power, but more about like winning in the movement phase, you know, getting recon and King of the Hill and all of those kind of things. So that's kind of what I'm looking at now. And it gives me as well a nice, like, even spread of different units so that I'm kind of protected like from the meta, because I mean, you guys see like in the hobby something will become like the new hotness and everyone will be like, oh my god, I now need to buy like, you know, I don't know, 3 Redemptor Dreadnoughts, or I need to buy 3 Invicta Warsuits, or I need to buy like, I don't know, it always changes, you know, like look at Thunderfire cannons, they've been out of stock for ages because everyone's suddenly gone, oh god, they're actually really good, let's take masses of them now. Whilst those people who already had 1 or 2, they don't need to buy 1, because they've already got 1. So right now, Skyweavers are like the absolute best thing for Harlequins. But you never know what's coming. And so it might be that like next edition Void Weavers become like the absolute like be all and end all of Harlequins, and then I've got some, whilst in my current list I have none. So it sort of future proofs me a little bit, because I don't want to spend like masses more money than I need to. At some point I will continue to build up my collection, and eventually I want to get up to about 3,000 points, particularly if there's like new units coming in. But I don't need to do that straight away. Instead, I need to have like a nice flexible list where all I need to do is like maybe add 1 or 2 things, rather than like, oh my god, I need like 20 of this. So yeah, that's what I've been looking at. Knowing the YouTube, it's probably just like 2 or 3 of you watching who have no idea what I'm talking about. Hey Nang. Nang is back. How are you doing? You had a good week? Relaxing. Good. That is what matters. You've been painting at all, Nang? Yeah, my week's been good. Yeah, I've been doing some hobby stuff. I was just saying that I've been looking at a new list again because I'm ill and that's all I seem to think about. Aren't you? But I'm scared to undercoat my models because it's so cold outside. Yeah, don't do that. Where it's too cold, it just bunches up. You will ruin the details. Like just yeah, stay away from that. Just wait until it's warmer, or do it somewhere inside where it's warmer. I've been lucky in that one of the guys here has like a basement where I can spray everything if I need to. Yeah, okay, now, but just be careful. You need to like warm up those sprays because otherwise it will be really clumpy and it will destroy the detail. So be really careful and shake it like nothing else. Just shake it like a Polaroid picture, whatever it is that he says there. I can never actually hear. Mhm. So what are you going to be painting then? What am I working on? Still the Skyweavers. Always Skyweavers. But in my new list, I have less of them, so I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna do my like 16 or 18 of them anymore. Like they're really good. I love them, but yeah, I don't think they are the be all and end all of our lists. And the more that I use them, the more that I find that they give up too many points. Like, they give up loads of gangbuster points, and everyone always targets them very quickly. And if they don't target them, they target my big units of troops. And I've just been saying it on the channel. It's just I don't feel that I like my list. I think my list is good. It could be a competitive list, but there's just too much of a risk with it because if you don't get first turn, it gets shot up too quickly. Working on a different skirmish game called Bushido. Is that the Bushido? So it must be Japanese influenced. Battle report. Yeah. What did you think? I had fun. I think we both had fun actually. Okay, Bryce. Hey Rob, how's it going? Agent Star Mythos. Yeah, I can imagine that. It is called Bushido. I did Bushido Ryo Ninpu Taijutsu for a while. So ninjutsu. Good, relaxing, cool. That's the best way for Sunday. Hey, that rhymes. Played Bushido when it came out. Okay. I have no idea what it is. As in, like, it sounds cool. but I've never played like much outside of the world of Games Workshop, to be fair. No hobby due to the event. Yeah, but you did really well, Rob, didn't you? Came third, you said. Be very interested to see like battle reports on that. I wish you could have filmed. I know in a tournament it's not possible, but that would have been really cool just to see like how you did that. Why is this so grainy? Grainy white. Okay. Lots of yeah. How many haywire bites did you take in the end, Rob? That's usually the answer to that matter, isn't it? You faced seven. Ugh. 7 nasty tanks. I think though that like you were in probably a nice position there because those tanks are taken to destroy Primaris, not Harlequins. And so although you have a fair amount of shots, like you don't have like it's not like assault cannons or silly things like that. Or hurricane bolters. Only 14. Yeah. So I've just sent you that list that I'm thinking of running. I don't have 14, I think I've got 12 bikes in that list, but I think it might be enough if I have like other stuff. And with the Void Weavers, I think the Void Weavers are pretty potent now that they're cheaper. I don't know. Glaives with Troop Master are great against them. Yes. Glaives are always good. Glaives are good against, I think, pretty much everything as long as you have a Troop Master. And if you don't have your Troop Master, they are rubbish. Except against light infantry, which is not what they're meant to be targeting. Well, they can be rubbish. They can be amazing if you roll hot, but then if you roll badly, then they suck. Which is why you need that Troop Master. Double Prism Cannon, yes. Well, now that they're the same price, like points-wise, I'm definitely going Prismatic Cannon. Because there's that versatility, and I really like the standard profile of like D6, Strength 4, -2 ones. Sky Strider, the Soaring Spite one. Yeah. Why? How did that work for you, or what was it exactly that you got out of that one? I'm still not convinced. D3 is a Primaris killer. Yeah, the middle bracket. Yeah, middle bracket Primaris killer. The bottom bracket or standard bracket is Horde killer, and the last bracket is Tank killer. I like it. Yeah, and you are probably more and more correct in this meta. I honestly think that I've always thought that Void Weavers have a place, and now I think they might actually be competitive, particularly in the kind of army that I'm looking at running, this kind of MSU style army. Yeah, 90 points for what they do is really good. That's my Troop Master get rerolls for wounds in combat. Ah, you mean Sky Strider, so you can get out and then you give them the buff and stuff. Yeah, that is. It is something I keep feeling like I'm missing in some ways, but then I'm always like, well, I could also like Twilight Pathways him up, but then I never do that either. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not as good as I think with my Harlequins. Maybe I should be listening to you more. Basically, I pin people back in their deployment zone, kill the bikes, and get some scenario points. Yeah, your aggressive style, I get that. Yeah, I liked your battle report a lot. It's relaxing to watch, easy to follow, and the models were paced really well. That's always great fun. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm gonna try and up it. Obviously, like my plan is to have like three different styles of battle reports. So one is gonna be casual, like that one, which is gonna be like shorter, like smaller games probably. But I want to do like narrative ones, so some campaigns when I'm like set in one place and playing the same people more often. And then obviously my ITC like competitive games, which are the ones that I'm most excited about. But to be fair, I want to do all three because I like all forms of gaming. Could be fun to have some random important roles in between there just to see and progress. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, we did. We wanted to, but then we forgot because we were drinking beer, and beer helps you to forget, which is why so many people drink it when they're upset. Jan will be a good report with Michael studies. Yes, yes, it will. I look forward to that one, Rob. Let's do it like the moment I get back. So I land on the 11th, and after that, when I've recovered from my 17 plus hours of travel or whatever it is, um, we can get that game in. I think the 12th is Sunday, so maybe that might be the best day for you. Yeah, I think that not too big on being myself. It affects me too quick. Yeah, no, it affects my wife like that as well. As apparently, and I mean, I don't know if this is actually true, but apparently genetically, um, there's like an enzyme that breaks down alcohol like quickly, and it's like less present in people from like Southeast Asia. I don't know if that's true, but someone told me that. Someone from Asia told me that. Um, it's funny though because like having lived in Vietnam as well, like you hear like weird stuff like being abroad, but then when you arrive, you have a completely different experience of it. My wife works Sundays, but we will sort something out. Okay, you can get drunk first. Have to spend less. Yes, that is true. If I want to get um, anyone a drink from Southeast Asia, usually it takes them about half the amount that it takes me. Except my friend Atan from the Philippines, who seems to be able to drink as much as anyone else that I know from anywhere else. He's pretty good at that. But yeah, we weren't getting drunk whilst we were playing. We just had a couple of beers, but I think both of us were quite tired. And I'd already had a game that day, a game against the same guard list that did not go well. How many Skyweavers did you finish so far? Finished is a relative word. Tabletop ready, I've got like, well, I think these guys are about tabletop ready now, so it'll be 8. Um, but yeah, I still need to do diamonds and stuff on them. 4 of them have diamonds on them. I still need to do some more work. God, it's just overall tricky. Yeah, yeah. I found in the last game we had it was good. It was very very evenly matched between the two of us. It was a really great game. In this game, I'll admit I was a bit frustrated because it was like we had the long ways deployment, and that deployment really worked against me. And then I don't like to blame the dice, but I was rolling so badly, and so I didn't roll any saves, and then in like 2 turns it was over because like everything I had was dead. Because I just couldn't make those 4-up saves, and like whenever I tried to make any damage, it didn't work either. So yeah, like I'd roll like 10 dice, I get like 8 1s and 2s, so it did not go my way. I only lost 2 games, but my one solitaire lost it. Yeah, I like my solitaire, but I don't think he would have a place in my brigade list. I killed him last week and 1 save out like 20 saves. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It it's so random, you know. Sometimes you have a really good day, sometimes you don't. It's just that's the nature of the game, though. You know, it's okay. Like the one I had, then it didn't work out the way I wanted it to, but that's just the nature of the game. You know, that's what happens when you play dice games. Sometimes you lose. Like Qui-Gon Jinn himself said, you know, whenever you gamble, my friend, eventually you will lose. He went into Bulgren and forced one wound with attacking. Yeah, yeah, I had that. I had a similar thing against the Space Marines the other week. Just sometimes the Solitaire is amazing, sometimes he's not. But he's now, I think now post chapter approved points drop. As you said, Rob, is he really worth 2 bikes or like other upgrades? Probably not. Yeah, he's become a Void Weaver. Yeah, yeah. Actually, to be honest, I think that might be for the best. I sent you my list, Rob. Like, I think I'm gonna take him out because although I love him, I love the model, and I think he's really fun. I don't think he's as competitive as he used to be. Saito never failed me, love her, but I may just be lucky. Yeah, or you may just have positioned her right now. Or you might have, I don't know. Did you take the rows? Do you take the rerolls? Because I found that that's what makes the difference. You need to have the rows on the Solitaire. Otherwise, the Solitaire cannot run independently. Yeah, rows 100%. Yep, that's probably why. Because I use different relics sometimes. Because I always have Curtain Fall on my Death Jester, so I then have one relic, and like against stuff like Guard, for example, I'm always going to use the Psalmist Raiment, like 100% of the time, because no Overwatch is awesome. You like the list? Thank you, Rob. I like the list too. Actually, I think it's very much my play style. So I know that you like your melee rush armies, and that's kind of what I've been trying. But I actually think that this might be more my thing. I don't know. Maybe I should test it. For those of you who are interested, so let me just bring up my list quickly. So this is what I'm thinking of running instead of the list that I showed you guys before. Makes use of the new chapter approves. It's 2,000 points on the nose, and it's a brigade. So it starts with 15 CP, although I'll probably have to spend 3 CP to deep strike, and then 1 CP for a relic, so 11 CP to begin with. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, it has a Shadow Seer, Shuriken Pistol, 2 Troop Masters, 1 with a Fusion Pistol and a Harlequin's Kiss, 1 with a Harlequin's Kiss and a Shuriken Pistol. Then I have 2 units of 5 troops with 4 Kisses, 2 units with 4 Caresses, and then 2 units with 3 Neuro Disruptors. Hence why I need to deep strike. So 2 units with Neuro Disruptors. Because they did go down in points a lot. And I feel like if I can deep strike them, they've still got the range on those pistols. And I'm thinking of using this as a Dreaming Shadow brigade, which means that like, as they die, they can shoot again, which would be quite fun against Primaris and stuff. And they're probably going to die, but then I'm punishing my opponent for killing them. And then I've got 3 Death Jesters. I've got a unit of 6 Skyweavers and 2 units of 3 Skyweavers, 3 Void Weavers, and 3 Star Weavers. I think it'd be quite good. I do think it could do work. Okay, well, so big damage raiment is my default. Timetable is key. Table time is key. Don't know, for me it's a bit of a pick between the Great Harlequin or giving the Troop Master the immune to Overwatch coats. Yeah. The Great Harlequin is quite expensive for what it does. That's the problem. I didn't have much success with that. But yeah, I mean, what I wish is that it was the same as a chapter master. It would just give you rerolls generally. But yeah. 15 what? Not giving all your troop masters fusion. Oh, the reason why is that I don't give the second one the fusion pistol is because he uses the Starness Raiment most of the time, and because of that, he's advancing most of the time. And if he advances, he can't use his pistol because only assault weapons can advance and shoot. That's why. The 6 Spike Squad is going to need some defensive powers. That's why I use the Prismatic Blur on that one. That's why I have the one big unit of 6 instead of yeah, medium-sized units. And lightning fast reflexes as well. Yeah, 1 CP. Yeah, for 1 CP. Or to be honest, I think it could just be inbuilt. You know. Or just give, yeah, as I say, I would pay 2 CP happily for re-roll all failed misses instead of once. Like, I feel like when they did it, it was right for the meta of the time because it was like, I mean, there are very few things that could get as many attacks as Harlequins, and with the reroll wounds and all the rest of it, you could understand how that could become overpowered. But now with the current meta, if you just said like reroll once, not just in the fight phase, or if you said reroll all hits in the fight phase, I think it would be a really good choice. But as it is, it's very lackluster in a meta where almost everyone in the game can get much better rerolls than us, can get much more like points efficiency. Yeah, it would be very strong. It would be, but for 2 CP, chapter masters reroll like everything, and you can. I mean, you know, I think that's it would be fair if it's only in the fight phase, like reroll everything in the fight phase, or reroll ones in shooting and combat. That's what I think it should be. One or the other. Mm. Plus one or minus one to hit over rerolls. Yeah, they are good. They are very good. We definitely have some fantastic things in our codex. The minus one to hit naturally on almost everything is just like is brilliant. The minus one to wound from the Shadowsea is amazing. If it was shooting, we would need a troop master and bike. Yeah, everyone says this, but it would be nice, but for one thing, I think it's very unlikely that we will get one, and for another, we have the transport capacity. So it's not like with Drukhari, like because we've got like six transport capacity in our Star Weavers, we don't actually need someone on a bike, is my opinion, as much as someone like the Drukhari do. The Drukhari do need that. They need an Archon or a Succubus to be able to take a bike, whilst we have the transport capacity. And they have Raiders, so you could do that, but then you're wasting quite a lot of that transport space usually. It would be shooting. For the shooting, we would need a troop master. No, Sky Strider. Yep, exactly. Rob. You could just what you could do is you could that would make Soaring Spike like a default choice for me as well. Is you would put all of your bikes in one area, then you would use Sky Strider to get out of the transport, and then give everyone the reroll ones to hit in the shooting phase bubble, and then basically maximize the potential of all of your bikes, your Void Weavers, and all the rest of it. And then that would be like a really strong shooting combination. But we are wishlisting. So for now, I'm not taking the Great Harlequin because reroll once in the fight phase is nice, but it's not necessary. And I haven't got that many CP to spend, you know. Okay, what am I doing here? Getting there. The problem, I have to neaten everything with the contrast. That's the issue because I can see like these little bits of the undercoat peeking through. It's frustrating. Psychic Awakening, yes. Oh, please, 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 please give us a nice, new, shiny Psychic Awakening with lots of custom traits and little tricks. An additional Warlord trait for 1 CP. Yes, I would love that. Got it for my Drukhari. Don't have it for my Harlequins, and it makes me sad. Few more months of books to wait before we get the chance. Anything Harlequins unless we're fighting the Tau. Yeah, we're not fighting the Tau. I think there have been some rumors, like originally I thought that we would be facing the Thousand Suns. We're not facing the Thousand Suns, so I think it's going to be demons. It'll be Harlequins versus demons. Because it's a nice and classic matchup. Farsight versus Shadow Sun. That would be interesting. In the web war. Harlequins versus Slaanesh, yeah. That would be the classic. And I think it would be I think it would be stupid not to do it. Let's put it that way. I think if Games Workshop put us up against something else, it would be weird. If it was Harlequins versus I don't know, the next Space Marine supplement codex, it would be stupid. Stalin versus Trotsky. Oh, the Tau one, yeah, I guess so. Speed versus speed, yeah. Harlequins versus Necrons could be a thing. Yeah, I would like it in the same book. I would like it to be like demons, Necrons, and Harlequins, and it'd be like, I don't know, name something like, I don't know, the Ancient Enemy or something, and then it's like Slaanesh and Necrons as like the ancient enemies of the Harlequins. That would be fun. I would enjoy that a lot. I have a rep in London with Midlands feared, yeah. But first we need to please all the Imperial players, yeah. Please them by in which, oh well, I mean, to be fair, they're the ones that buy. You know, we buy, but we don't buy enough. It's the Imperials that make the sales, and so as a result, they get the fun stuff. We will get the fun stuff as soon as we start purchasing lots and lots. Mm-hmm. Okay. They're getting there. I don't think I'm going to do the diamonds yet because I still want to do like some little bits, but you know, you could put that on the tabletop and no one would, you know, say anything, I don't think. Well, that one is number 2. And number 3. And number 4. And yeah, Rob, you're still paying off your custodies. Honestly, like, I'm amazed that you can go into debt for 40k without being murdered by your wife, because that would be what would happen to me. In Rotterdam, I am only 100% Harlequins player myself, 80% win rate so far, very nice, but most of the people are not extremely competitive. Okay, going fast painting. Well, yeah, I don't know. I do paint quite fast, I guess, because I want everything to be table ready. That's the main thing. You, a new person, has asked to join the Facebook group. Yeah, Nang, if you're not part of the Facebook group and you're on Facebook, like, join us. We like to have these discussions there too. No one understands the Harlequins. Yes, we are like the hipsters of the galaxy. No, yeah, the speed it takes everyone off guard. Like nobody sees quite how sees that coming in terms of like the double movement thing until it happens, and then everyone knows it. It's like when I first played Rob with my Drakari, I'd never really played Harlequins before, and I was like, oh god, everything is murdering me now already, and it's only turn one. Why? Why? Oh, why? And now I do the same thing to other people. So it goes. Oh yeah, Kent, Kent, Kent. Yeah, London's great. I'm trying at the moment to sort of find work back in England, and like one of my main sort of things when I'm thinking about location is like, how close is it to London, or is it in London? Because London's great, but it is quite hectic and gets a bit much after a while, I found. So if I can be like really, really close to London, or like in the sort of the slightly outskirts areas like Essex or something, I would like to be there. Then you can go quietly amid the noise and haste. Can't remember who it was that said that, but it was someone. Badman Cafe, yeah, Badman Cafe is awesome. Those guys are really like they really cottoned onto something. Yeah, I wanted to kind of do the same thing somewhere else, like create a kind of bar cafe gamer environment. I think that would be really really fun, like to manage that, because our community is pretty awesome. So like just having gamers coming in and like having a few games and getting a beer in or something, or some coffee, like that's uh, that's where it's at. You get all the fun of working in a bar without any of the people that you wouldn't necessarily want there. Because I've worked in bars, and some of the people who come in are not very nice. Mm, this is true. Okay. Hmm. Now I have yellow on everything. Yellow, yellow, yellow. I think I still need like an extra highlight though. I need one lighter yellow, like Urail yellow or whatever it's called for all the banners. Because I quite like the effect, sort of this sort of the yellow on the orange. But I think it needs one lighter. Ah, cool. You went to Warhammer World. I liked it at Warhammer World. When I used to work for the company, that was like the place that we all met up, and we got to all go to Warhammer World. And I spent like I think pretty much a month's salary on 412 stuff while I was there, like an idiot. But that's what you do when you're into the hobby. Okay. So, quick announcement. Yeah, I will not be posting any more videos up like for the next 2 weeks because I am on holiday. I will be in New York and DC, so I won't be able to get stuff done. Basically, I'll be going to museums and having a look around the town. 4,400 euro. Yeah, okay, I haven't gone that far. Okay, yeah, yeah. If he's got the money, why not? If I had the money, I would have a lot of Harlequins for one thing, and I'd probably also start my Exodite army, and I'd probably have some Slaves to Darkness, and I probably would have bought about like 50 armies at the time, because something new and shiny comes out, and like, oh, that looks good. Maybe I should start then. Maybe that's how I'm feeling about the Slaves to Darkness, to be honest. But I do think I'm going to stick with that. I like the idea. Never be able to paint them because you work all the time. No, instead I would get someone else to paint them for me. Just get some commission painter. If I earned that much money, because I like painting, but you know, I'm not that good. And if I could get like some golden demon painter to just come in and just paint all my stuff, okay, why not? Just tell them what scheme I want. But I am not a rich person. Maybe one day when I get millions of you joining my channel, mwahaha, it's not going to happen. But you know, one day maybe I'll have the money to do that kind of stuff. And yes, me too. That is me too. Sometimes I can be quite a good painter. Like I found that like marine armies I can paint quite well because they're easy to paint. Like I'm like, although this is the problem, like I love my Drukhari and my Eldari armies in general, and like I like painting them, but I find them really difficult to paint. Whilst with like marine armies, I find them quite easy to paint. So I had like some heresy era converted Thousand Suns like before the official ones came out, and I worked like really hard on those. And there was like 7 layers of paint with like black lining and like recess shading and highlighting and all sorts of stuff in there because like I was learning to be a better painter at the time, and so I spent lots of time making them look good. And that was where I was like really happy with my painting. Whilst with these guys, like I just don't think I'm good enough to paint Harlequins really like up to the level that you sometimes see online. But you know, that's okay. I don't mind. I like them. I'm happy with my mask. Maybe one day I'll pay for someone to like neaten everything up and improve on my scheme. But for now, I'm happy, and that's what counts. Okay. Yeah, I think they're about tabletop ready now. They just need my diamonds, some neat bits. Oh, thanks, man. I yeah, I like my scheme as well. Actually, I kept umming and erring about it, like going like, oh, maybe I should repaint some bits, or maybe I should do something different. And then I based everything, so I got like, let's look. So I got like some of these army painted tufts, and then just got some astro granite, which I just need to highlight. But when I did that and I neatened up the basing, it made everything else stand out a lot. And now I'm actually really happy with my scheme. I like it. It's unique. I've never seen it before. I don't think anyone else has painted them like this. You know, green and purple, yeah, sure, there's loads, but with the kind of cream and then like the sort of orangey yellow tufts and stuff, I don't think so. And like the diamonds, like the grey and pink, and purpley pink, whatever it is. I don't think there are too many people who've done that. Need to get another box of troops next year. Hey, you never know. Have to start somewhere. You should be happy. I enjoy your choice of colours a lot, and it looks really good. Hence, I am just working on improving the painting on my armies. Wow, there's a big lag on this. Like I can't read your comments there for some reason, but I can read them down here. But then, like, it's really slow. Sorry. Yep, I'm pretty happy with that. Just needs, okay, nope, missed a bit, as always. But yeah, I think I'll keep working on them, obviously, and like just try and make them as good as possible over a long period of time. But I think if I'm really gonna start kind of tournament playing and like obviously I have to kind of do a little bit of meta chasing if I want to get good ITC wise, but like if I have to buy new stuff and get it painted really quickly, I'll probably get it done commission like when I have some cash, just because like I don't think I'm gonna have the time because I'll have to get enough practice games in as well. People want me to come watch Netflix and chill before I hit the bed, so I'm off. Thanks for the live stream again, and hope to catch you next time. Thank you very much. Yeah, I've got to get going as well, so you're not missing much. Rob Quins are off meta, just adaptive playstyle. Yes, they are definitely not the meta army, but I think they could be quite a good counter to the current meta. Zephyr Glaives are good against Primaris, and Neurodisruptors are now actually playable, and our bikes have always been good, and I don't know, there's something to be said for the Quins in the Marines meta that we have now. And I think they're good at killing Tau as well, because we have loads of access to like no Overwatch and stuff. You know, we're fast, so we can get across the board. So yeah, there's lots of good reasons to play Harlequins. Tag that in direct fire. Yes, just tag everything. I think against Ultramarines we struggle because Ultramarines just ignore tagging. You have to wrap, and then that's difficult to always get because you don't always get enough movement for that. Right, guys, thank you very much. I will end the stream there. I'm very glad that some of you decided to join me today. As I say, I'm going to take a break for a couple of weeks from giving content, putting out content. I'm going to be away for about 2 weeks, and then there's Christmas. But after that, I'll be coming back with my next video on the Solitaire, and I've got a couple of other things in the works as well for you guys. So I'll see you all then. Thanks a lot. Bye.